can also cruise the Bordeaux region, which again is easily accessible via train, so you don't need to fly. And this is another region which is synonymous with its wines, especially the town of Saint-Emilion. But you can also discover that Bordeaux is more than just its wines. A Bordeaux river cruise actually combines three rivers and waterways: Garonne, the Gironde and the Dordogne. I'm actually going to share Uniworld's presentation with you now because they're focused on Bordeaux. And we'll be joined by the cruise director on board their gorgeous SS Bon Voyage, AJ. He's going to take us through their fabulous itinerary on Bordeaux. And although other river cruise lines will differ in what they will include and how they will take their guests to Bordeaux, it gives us a glimpse into what you can expect to enjoy on a Bordeaux river cruise, and what you can also expect to enjoy on a Uniworld river cruise.
So hello everybody, AJ here, and I would like to talk to you about Brilliant Bordeaux. We are sailing 8 days on the SS Bon Voyage. So looking at the highlights, as always, so much to experience. Highlights Bordeaux, it's the capital of French wine. Secondly, Saint-Emilion. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but certainly a real treasure trove for the eye, discovered together. And last but not least, we'll discover together Medoc, the great kings of red wine. So here we are, starting in Bordeaux, 3 different bodies of water: the Garonne, the Dordogne, and the Gironde estuary, which is this enormous body of water which filters out towards the Atlantic Ocean. And what I love about this cruise is you really have the sensation that you are out at sea. You're always under the influence of the tide, and that's what really makes this experience very unique in her identity. On the bigger picture, Bordeaux can be linked via TGV train to our friends on the SS Joie de Vivre with our Paris program. So here she is. She is new since 2019. And we start with the top deck because she really is a treat. That top deck, there are no low bridges on this itinerary, so we can always work with the functionality of the infinity pool here, these tables with shade for al fresco lunches. It really is a beauty of a boat. And that accelerates itself also downstairs into the staterooms. The detailing, the detailing of not just the fabrics, but the functionality of the staterooms is certainly to be applauded. Unique in every sense of the word. You see here the different categories of staterooms, the details from just having the shoe shine, the umbrella in your wardrobe, all of these wonderful little details through towards the little turn down gifts on your bed every evening. And here you see the bigger picture, the art collection. There's these wonderful Provençal colors coming through with the art collection, and that yachtsman's finish of the wood effect seen throughout. And here in the main Salon Champagne, the main lounge bar, those banquettes are facing out towards the river and the estuary. So you've always got these wonderful views as you sit and watch a life pass by. Once again, those mini palms cascading down. You're bringing the outside inside, this very natural kind of eco-friendly environment. A little bit of out of Africa. You've got these dried lavender plants throughout, beautifully aesthetic with the parquet floor. She really is a treat. And downstairs, it's crisp. I think that's the word, a real crisp finish to this boat. Downstairs, the journey of culinary reflects local dishes, local flavors, local ingredients, and of course the master chef, as always, experts in their field of French kitchen. And back up towards the top deck, here you have the kind of longer picture of the top deck with shade, which is important. And then at the very rear of the vessel, you have this location, the Café du Soleil. Perfect for, you know, a private venue, for wine tastings, also for our alfresco lunches, the opportunity to dine outside. Beautifully done. More venues, the Cave du Vin, a wine tasting location, but also a venue for private dining, bringing those moments of together with friends, with family, almost a, you know, your own private dining room experience. Secondly, La Brasserie, once again having somewhere alternative to dine. It makes the experience more special, a lighter affair with the menus, but certainly a beautifully acquainted environment. The polish is in the service, the people, the smiles, the friendliness, and of course the delivery of such fine products on board. And so here we are. The landscapes are changing day to day, but typically the vineyards reign supreme over this itinerary. And let's have a little peep at where we start after leaving Bordeaux. So arriving in Blaye, and the good news is it's nothing to do with wine. And that's the joy this week. It's not just a wine cruise. I have to stress that. This is a 16th century fortress, you know, built in the great days of Louis XIV. Some friends will discover it. Some friends will take this magical journey along the estuary. Other friends, well-being, a yoga class in the fortress. You can't top this stuff. It really is a kind of a lovely balance of well-being and history together on this first day. We link it with Bourg, a little village. We'll sail to it in the afternoon, and we'll end the day with a can dress rehearsal before a can show after dinner. I mean, the detailing in this itinerary is just magical. Day 3, we're sailing. We'll have a lecture on board, World War II. We're then going to stop in the middle of nowhere, a historical monument, Fort Medoc. And a young man named Bertrand is driven all the way from the Bay of Arcachon with fresh oysters. Physically, he'll crack them open for us in this fortress, al fresco, with a glass of white wine. I mean, you can't top this. It's amazing. That is, in essence, our aperitif. And we're now going to sail through towards Pauillac. One size does not fit all choices. Let's go bike. Let's discover the Medoc Wine Road or the bunkers. Some friends here physically cycling through the vineyards with a wine tasting. Other friends taking this wine road, seeing the architectural glamour of these estates and wine tasting at a classified chateau. Other friends, I'm not interested in wine. Fair enough. Let's talk about World War II. A man called Jean Paul will welcome he lived through the war, and his legacy is looking after bunkers as though the German army have just left, beautifully restored. And this really is a story from his heart, a wonderful, wonderful experience. Thereafter, we're now sailing up the Garonne River, a port called Cadillac. Different choices, be it the Royal Chateau of Cazeneuve. The owners physically meet us. He's a count, Count Louis, had to be a Louis. He will meet us. He will show us his private apartments. I mean, the family physically live there today. You can't top this. And we'll combo this with the local appellation, sweet white wine, Sauternes, or the art connection, Chateau Malromé. Malromé, the link here, Henri Toulouse-Lautrec. His mother lived here. This is where he came every summer. And we'll delve into his troubled past as a post-impressionist artiste. And here she is, Saint-Emilion, this ubiquitous cachet of underground monuments, great architecture, phenomenal wines. We'll really delve into her joy, and she is joyful. And certainly everybody has a special place for her. You'll have that moment to, you know, stroll, watch the world go by, people watch, have your own little wine tasting. This day really gives you ample opportunity to fall in love with this very special place of France. Now to Libourne, we're docked next to a farmer's market. You can't beat this. We'll visit the farmer's market, some little nibbles, and we'll combine this as part of our village day by visiting local people. Fantastic. Before we culminate in Bordeaux, on the way, more entertainment. George Smith, these wonderful British boys, which bring back the great days of a British guitar band. We have a concept called paint and sip. Sip and express yourself. But arriving in Bordeaux, you can be as a local does. Take the tram and physically eat your way through the city on day 7 and admire the architecture, which is very Paris-esque. Or take our cycles out with our escorted bike tour. There's also the opportunity to visit the Cité du Vin, this fabulous wine exhibition. We'll give you the tickets. But here she is. You can see the glamour. She is a surprise. She'll take your breath away because she is not the obvious, but certainly almost Versailles-esque city in her identity. We call her the Sleeping Beauty, and I hope you can join us on board this discovery of Brilliant Bordeaux on the SS Bon Voyage. Last reflections. Look at that dessert. Look at the cheese platters there. I mean, really, the team are experts in their delivery, not just of the hardware, but also the software. That welcome back smile, that welcome back towel. That is what makes Uniworld so unique and so special to travel with. From the entire operation, as always, thank you very much for listening.
So that was Bordeaux with Uniworld. Uniworld do offer other river cruises along other rivers, including even the Po in Italy, and we'll see in our Nile presentation that they've got a stunning new ship on the Nile, but they also offer other rivers such as the Mekong and some other exotic rivers such as the Ganges, which we haven't featured in our presentations. Sharon and I have been lucky enough to enjoy the Christmas markets on the Danube with Uniworld, and Bella has actually cruised Bordeaux with Uniworld on what was then called the River Royale, which was recently upgraded to what is now the stunning SS Bon Voyage that we've just seen. So as you can see, we know Uniworld pretty well for our own personal first-hand experiences. Uniworld are, you might have guessed, famous for their opulent river ships. I mean, we can just see how striking Bon Voyage is, and you'll find that no two are alike in their fleet, as each ship painstakingly reflects the regions it cruises through.